Aloha guys, Entei the Swift here with 7 Owls Gaming. Today's video is going to be about one of the many leaders that gains traction with the demise of Storm and Cell Chain in the new Banlist. So today's leader, Explosive Power Vegeta. For you guys who don't know what his effect is, on the regular side, Warrior of Universe 7, great effect. When he attacks a leader card, if you have Universe 7 in your energy area, draw a card, and then he gains +5. But the best effect is when he attacks, you draw a card, and then you get to take any card from your energy area, add it to your hand, and then put a new one from your hand into your energy in active mode. So essentially, on your Awaken turn, you're untapping 3 energy, but when facing things as Shenron hand control or Gogeta, your energy is now an extension of your hand and much safer. So let's get into the deck profile. This deck focuses on the Universe 7 trait and then bringing out this big guy, Results of Training Son Gohan. My guesses are you don't really know what this card does, so he's an Evolve 4 on top of the Son Gohan Adolescence U7, which you have 11 targets for in the deck, so it's not going to be much of a problem. If you have 2 or more U7 in your combo area, he gains Triple Strike. So if you're comboing 2 5s, he's a 35 Triple Strike on turn 4. And then when he evolves, if you have a blue leader, which Explosive Power Vegeta is, you choose up to 3 U7 with energy cost of 3 or less from your hand and play them. Every U7 card in here besides him is 3 or less. So even if you just play 2, chances are you're going to be plussing and you're going to be putting a lot of pressure on the board. With decks like Shenron or any deck that goes for a turn 5 play, which is essentially late game at this point, it's kind of hard to beat Gogeta or At All Costs Vegeta. There's just cards that do it better. So the lower you can play on the energy costs, the better. And with this deck, your big push is on turn 4. So we'll start off with the beginning cards. You got Burst Attack Son Gohan. These are your targets to play with Results of Training. You're going to be depleting your hand, playing 3 from your hand, and this guy's going to get it right back to you. Then you got Focus Mind Son Gohan. Thing about him is he's a nice turn 3 play if you don't have the turn 4, because you can play him, untap 2, untap your 3rd energy when you swing with your leader, and then play him to play another 3-drop from your deck from the top 7. Then you're going to go into your Indomitable Link Son Gohan. When you get to play him with your Results of Training Son Gohan, you're going to be popping a 4-drop or less. So there's Shenrons, the All Cost Vegeta, the new Purunga card. So there's quite a bit of options that are 4 or less, especially now that Cell's not a problem. And then you're going to get into the Destructo Disc Krillin. He's kind of like your Self-Awaken option that also has board control, popping those Borgos, the Crisis Crusher, any of the early game stuff that's trying to prevent you to play. Then we have Indomitable Link Piccolo. Now the thing that makes this card broken is, yes, he's a turn 2, he can search your burst attack, your other U7s, but the other cool thing is your super combo. Great Saiyaman Town Hero is also Son Gohan Adolescence. So for 2 energy, he's a 20k at worst, basically. And the fact that he can search your super combos allows you to play much more aggressive earlier game. The nice thing about this deck is it plays aggressive, but being a blue leader, it has the best defense in the game, being in the form of Dimension Magic, Sensu Bean, Mafuba, and then the green, because Indomitable Link Piccolo is green, Destructo Disc, the Gohan, you can play things like Cell as your super combo, and then you have King Vegeta Surprise Attack. The reason why you play this is just because you have your Focus Mind Piccolo, who is essentially your 20k blocker with barrier, so that way you can get around cards like Victory Strike if needed, or that All Cost Vegeta play, and it just lets you be defensive while playing aggressively. So with everything being said, let's get into some replays. Okay guys, so starting the game here, the minus Killy zone was in one of the earlier tests because I was more afraid of playing against a lot of cold bloodless decks, but ultimately ended up moving into the side. One of the better decks I figured we all know is Shenron Gogeta. So playing against that, you can maintain a lot of early aggression, being a 15k on their first couple of turns before they get 5 cards in the drop. That way they can activate their super combos. The nice thing about playing Vegeta is you don't really care what you charge because you can just grab it back. One of the downsides of playing Objection now, Dende is a pain in the ass, and then this guy definitely wipes my energy this game, but you can still see that with my energy being controlled, as long as I can maintain a U7 in there, I'm still putting on 15k pressure. So he's having to drop 10ks until he awakens, which, as you can see, this turn now he's awakened, but I'm up to 3, and the thing is, everything in the deck is 3 drop or less, so I don't really have to, rely on getting the 4 or 5 energy to play the game. All the while, I'm sitting on these defensive cards for when, he's at that lethal energy range. So yeah, he could Gogeta me at this point. He decides to go for the Vegeta lethal play here, which luckily for me, I have so much negates in my hand that even though I'm at 2 energy, he's still not going to be able to KO me. And then going into my turn at 3 energy, now I'm awakened. I essentially have 4 at this point, and I'm just going to start putting on a lot of pressure. I have my Sensu Beans, keep untapping energy since he doesn't have a Borgos on play, and yeah, now he's at 10k, my 15k has become a lot stronger. Get the Krillin up here, put that negate right back in my hand, throw another U7, untap 3 again, and this is where the Piccolo comes into play, getting me my super combo just to get that extra 10k to get there. So when I attack, he's all tapped out, gonna over combo 55, can't get out of it. Alright, going to the next game. This one we didn't quite finish because he just kind of gave up after I depleted his hand on the out combo in the end. But this is just to showcase what kind of board pressure you can put when you actually hit the 4-drop Gohan, which you're about to see here in a couple of turns. Objection, you kind of have to play. It's like a necessary evil at the moment, at least in my opinion. I went ahead and just did the Gohan here to kind of just reset my deck, shuffle it up. He's not at lethal yet, still has 4 energy. Even though I'm not keeping a lot of cards in my hand, you're about to see. Okay, here's the turn 4, play the Gohan, just get my hand back, and like I have such a so many defensive options in my deck that unless he, wipes my hand with Gogeta, which he keeps opting to go into the Vegeta play strictly because it is kind of the safer option, especially with him being low life. Here we go, here's the Gohan play. I'm dropping that and Piccolo. Piccolo's going to grab my super combo, and now I have my draw 2, so you can see like the deck cycling, it goes through pretty quickly. He just happens to play a few negates, but as you can see, I'm still putting on a lot of pressure here. One of the things, I kind of over combo on this last attack here just to deplete his hand, because you see those Gogetas, they were kind of dead at this point. Even with him shuffling everything back into the deck, it kind of still goes well for me. This turn right here, he thought I had a Mafuba because he knew I had the Dimension Magic because I added it back to my hand. So he was just kind of afraid of the Mafuba play and wanted to go a little more defensive. But with that being said, you can see, 3 drops everywhere. It's just putting a lot of pressure. Anyways, this is the deck. Hope you guys liked it. First video for the channel. Please let me know in the comments section below if you think anything I can improve upon. This is free content. I'm not going to be doing a Patreon. Just want to provide you guys with videos that you like and keep getting better. The only support I need is just for you guys to like what I do. Mahalo nui loa. Thank you very much in Hawaiian, and see you guys next video.